Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are back
Woohoo.
with episode 9 of the ReBoot review. We had a little unexpected mini hiatus there, but we are back and feeling good about this episode.
Ready to be adorable.
Yes, which is what we assume you listen to us for.
Yep.
Adorability.
Yes. We've got it in abundance.
In spades. And today's adorable episode is Wizards, Warriors, and a word from our sponsor, which is one of my all-time favorite episodes, actually.
Totally. Me too.
Oh, really? So why was it like one of your favorites? Was there like a particular reason?
Oh, I guess it was really action-packed. It was really fun. And Mike the TV, like, I never liked him, and I learned a really important lesson about learning to like him.
Appreciating Mike the TV.
Yeah,
that's really what this episode
was all about.
Appreciate the useless people in your lives. It's essentially the message of this story.
Because everyone can serve a purpose in some way.
Exactly. Yeah. And everybody's got a Mike the TV in their lives.
Exactly. Exactly.
I guess, it's really true. And for me, I just love this episode because, like, going back to the thing about cool games being a reason to like an episode, there was console gaming in 1994 when we were that age. There was like the Super Nintendo and everything, or the Sega Genesis, whatever your preference was. And, but when it came to computer games, this was what I found familiar.
Yes,
like I didn't play computer games a lot as a kid, but I really liked watching like my big brother or my friends or my neighbors play them. And this was the kind of game I associated with computer games more so than any of the other games we'd seen in the shows up to that point. So I was like, finally, like a game that feels like I know it.
It was a little out of our realm because I think that was just the slightly older crowd that were playing those types of dungeony type games.
Yeah, and again, this was like me watching my older brother play them.
Exactly, that's the thing. But it is true, like that is what you imagine, like at that time, that was what the cool older kids were playing.
Yeah. And I know with this episode, every ReBoot fan is familiar with the long hiatuses between new episodes. And after a while, it got to a point with certain episodes where I would be like, okay, I've seen this one like 5 times. I don't need to watch it again, change the channel, watch something else. But Wizards, Warriors, and Words from our sponsor, whenever it was this episode, I always watched it. I was never tired of this episode.
Yeah, because the ending was so good. I'm picturing it now. Like, I haven't seen it in years. And I'm just like, I know exactly how it goes.
Exciting. Yeah. So anyway, we won't keep you in anticipation any longer of a great ReBoot episode.
But we're so adorable.
This is true. Well, we get to continue being adorable over the episode.
Yeah, but they're going to get distracted.
That's true. By something much more entertaining than us. That's why I said us to be louder. All right. So we're going to start the fun now.
I come from the net, through systems, peoples, and cities, to this place, mainframe. My format, Guardian.
Yeah, there was an interesting anecdote about this episode. Get ahead of myself a little bit.
I
think it was in your art book.
Their hopes and dreams.
Wasn't it? That was saying like
them from their enemies.
There's a montage sequence in this episode, and I want you guys to remember that when we get here. And in the script, originally, it had been like a bunch of scenes written out. And I think it was like the storyboard artists and the designers who were like, you don't need to have all these as individual scenes. We'll just like slap some stuff together to give you the feeling that they're progressing through this like 99 level game.
Yeah.
And it conveys it so well.
Yeah. They were really creative. And they were able to keep all their ideas just by kind of changing their vision.
Yeah, and like just alluding to them instead of having to give you fleshed out scenes of all of these things. And it keeps the pace
and
up.
It just, the imagination of the...
Written by Jono Howard. Hey, Jono. Just the kind of... I wonder if Jono Howard writes any other episodes.
Yeah, we should pay attention to this.
Yeah.
Are you feeling all right?
Bodiless.
Wait, has that always been the texture of his couch?
Viral binomes?
The color pattern?
Is it
That's
megabytes?
definitely a bachelor pad. He got that off the curb.
Especially in 1994. Like, that was made in like 89? I love the extended screen.
It slices, dices, cuts, copies, pastes, and even formats julienne fries!
I'd like to imagine that a current mic would actually just be a pop-up ad.
No,
those don't barely
No,
exist
yeah, I guess
anymore
pop-up
either.
ads are more of like a late 90s thing.
So now what would it be? What's the current annoying thing now?
The current, like,
For the
I mean, I guess it'd be those ads that when you're like reading on mobile are just like not minimizing or getting out of your
So like
face.
you're in the middle of something and then suddenly
control ran
everything
away.
freezes
Yeah.
and he comes
Can you
in.
blame
Or
it?
it's like all of
It's
Facebook.
fucking all nothing.
Surprise your friends.
Mike
Amaze your
is
family.
Facebook.
Mike
Annoy
the
perfect
Facebook.
strangers. It's absolutely nothing.
I always loved that ad. Like they were really good at those like parody style ads.
Yes.
A lot of the time. For
So
like
corny.
low key
Well, it's
funny
so
though at the
beautiful.
same
Yeah.
time. That's so kind of brutal,
Now,
really.
Bob, just calm down.
You know he means it.
Really, that look on his face.
He's seen too much.
This one gets to the game so quickly. Like, it's just such a super quick, like, Mike is annoying, and that's literally all the establishing that you need to know what this episode's going to be about.
It's true.
Coming up next.
3 close friends get nullified in a dangerous game cube with
Everybody's favorite appliance, Mike the TV.
Hey, look!
Also, every good show needs a fourth wall breaking character,
Yes,
Were those
totally.
the users?
especially like a 90s kids cartoon.
Yes.
Afraid
Always
so.
did.
1 user, 4 characters. I think I know this game. A dungeon deep. We have to race the users team to the bottom level.
All right then. Reboot!
Reboot.
Reboot!
Reboot.
Reboot!
Reboot.
What? A thief? I'm not the warrior? I'm always the
I love
warrior.
his little
I
conniption bit of that.
Well, if you're not
So
the warrior,
entitled, Bob.
then
I
who
know.
is?
He's got to be the hero all the time.
The mighty warrior.
Tonight at 8. This is bad. Very bad.
Is it really though?
He'll learn that it's not. That's a nice focus effect in that
like
shot.
this.
Yeah, that was
A
cool.
thief can't use a warrior's weapon.
And an elf can't use a wizard's weapon.
Where did she get that
Exactly.
claw?
We're all stuck playing our
pretty cool.
roles.
What are you waiting for? Enter now for your chance to win.
Sorry, Mike, but
And I
why don't
wonder
you
if
just
these guys
file
like
yourself
were
right
playing
here and let
D&D
us
because this
worry
was
about winning
before
the
like
game,
the current or recent like major
us.
D&D resurgence. Like this was when
It's
D&D
your
was still
only
considered
hope.
pretty nerdy, but something like you can't use another class's weapon is pretty basic D&D stuff. you know?
Yeah, it's yeah. You'd think they probably didn't have to do too much research.
No.
Like it was just sort of what they already knew.
Yeah.
No, not, never, 9, no way, ixnay on the yes part, negatory.
Oh,
I love that
You can
little
stay
like
with us on the
silent
come on.
bleed.
Yeah.
Stay out of our way, okay?
Guaranteed to work behind the scenes so you don't have to.
How did he do that?
I know.
Out of sight or your money back.
In a way, Mike the TV is like the most powerful character in the show.
Yes, but he's chaotic, and so
Exactly.
you can't really have any faith in him at all.
There's an
Or can you? That's what we're gonna find out.
the jaggies.
The
Dang,
janky.
that was such a weird expression to me. Like, isn't there like another perfectly child-safe thing you can say there?
Jaggy. Does it have a
Or maybe it's a
computer
computer
reference? I was gonna
thing.
say, is it?
Do we know enough about computers to be talking about this show, Katie?
Probably not.
Major! Alphanumeric! Awesome! What does it mean? It's some kind of riddle.
Jaggy.
Maybe a clue.
It means we're in the episode about working together, Enzo. Jeez. Clearly not watching enough Mike the TV.
It's stuck. Give me a hand.
Oh, it's pull,
Come on,
not
like you
push.
do.
Have no fear, I'll save you.
It's a nice sound mixing going on there too, between like the rushing noises and the like the different audio levels of the scream and stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Good audio design is a thing, or like sound design is a thing in general. I've learned to really appreciate
I
in
was gonna
shows
say,
as an
I
adult.
probably wouldn't have even really thought to comment on it.
Well, having been in a couple of like sound spots
a map.
now where you like
Look,
are
it tells
going
us all
through
the
your
levels
show
and our
with.
positions.
Just, hey, a map.
That must be the username
Yeah,
in my
that's
head.
right.
And this
Sorry,
must be
I
us.
had
I've forgotten how like obvious that is.
Interesting.
We haven't been in a couple of sound spots where you like sit down with the sound
Where
design
exactly
team
are
and go
we?
through your episode and be like, this part should be like a
According to
tinkling
this,
magical
we're
sound,
traveling
this
down
part
the
should be like a
hopeless river
whoosh,
of
and this
eternal
part needs to be
imprisonment.
louder.
The final resting place
You
of all
learn
those
that like the
who failed to
process
win the
behind that
chalice.
stuff's actually really cool.
Nice.
It's
And where
it's
we
one of the
headed?
really interesting parts of
Looks
making
like
TV.
someplace called
Ooh.
Yeah.
the Vicious Pit of Total Oblivion.
Will Bob's strength hold out? Will our heroes be dashed into the pit of horror?
Tune in next time for another exciting episode of That Darn Wacky Crazy Dungeon, brought to you by...
Mike! Would you just climb up?
Oh! Wait! Watch it!
I do love that part.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Good cutaway.
Yeah, and just like a nice little framing device to give you the sense of like time progressing through it. And again, where
Yes.
you don't have to see them moving from one part to another. It's just this episode overall is a really good lesson in structuring and pacing.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, playing with that so much to move through the whole show.
Yeah,
That's
and
just
just like
more
again how
doors.
quickly they jumped into the action, and then how
And which door
all
will
it
lead them
has
to
to
the next
do
level?
is
Door number
establish
one, door
a
number
couple
two,
of things,
door number
which
three,
is
or
that the game is really huge and is full of all these disparate parts and challenges,
Why don't we
and
try
that Mike is
that
annoying
one?
them throughout the whole thing.
Yes, exactly.
Just needs to be those things,
Cut it out!
but they do it really effectively.
That wasn't you? Well, if it wasn't you, then...
They're not making any more sounds now. They were making a lot of sounds before. But
True, actually, yeah, they've gone weirdly silent.
Prepare to taste the blade of my butter knife.
Butter knife? I remember that
Don't you
part
just
so
hate
well.
when that happens?
here we come, very slowly
Do
across
something!
the room.
I guess they don't have to make like sound effects because they make doom, 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 doom sounds when they walk.
I just thought that was sound like Is that what the sound they're making?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Song.
I have to imagine this whole soundtrack is actually playing in the scene.
As the
What is
Nice
that?
game.
Diegetic? Is like diegetic music something? There's an official form term for that, but I always get diegetic and non-diegetic mixed up.
I'm learning so much today.
Yeah, I can teach you all kinds of things about film studies.
Should do a podcast
Minor.
or a
Again.
YouTube video about it.
Yeah. Me and all the other people who know exactly what I know about it.
Abracadabra calling!
Again!
Abracadabra calling!
I do really like the
Evil Bob.
I like Evil Bob, yeah, whenever he comes up, and so he's kind of entertaining.
He's really upset that he didn't get to kill Mike earlier in the episode.
How long? For how long?
And even
All right,
Dot's not
let's
above
get going.
shutting,
This
shutting
way.
Mike up every so often.
I think
Like,
it's
does
this
that
way.
hurt?
I always love that touch.
Yeah,
There was always
let's
the one
stop
little
and
guy who
think about this
survived.
first.
But yeah, I love how in the scene it's
Look,
like
the only way to
Dot
figure
is
it
just
out
kind of
is to try
flailing
one.
and she casts a random piece of magic and it doesn't have the desired effect, but then they're able to turn it into the desired effect.
Yes.
Also, I love how long that scream is. Like, it's just long enough
Bother me.
to be funny.
Folks,
Yes.
Step right
Yep.
up. Step right up. Don't be late for the next level.
Ooh, 13. That's supposed to be an unlucky level. Oh man, this is the scene that people who hate spiders always hated.
Yes.
Because they do a really good job of making the spider quite like
Yes.
real and creepy.
And it's just like a bad dream where you're caught on a staircase and
Yeah,
so they can
that's
move
true.
faster
Yeah.
than you move. Yeah, that's very
And
real.
there's something about how spindly it is that's very like sinister. And even though it's not black, it seems kind of Black Widow-ish. Like, yeah. I didn't realize how many like prolonged
guys?
screams there are. In
I
this
know,
episode.
they're
But
quite
it never feels repetitive because all of them are so nicely timed.
Yeah, and they're all with different
Timbers and yeah.
Right.
I do remember finding this legitimately stressful, the timing of this one.
Yes. Look, it's gonna get him.
I think it's like do 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 do. and spiders
Now,
roar in
I'm
this
trying to
universe.
remember if Bob ever actually uses
That was
his
easy
thief
enough.
powers, like, to his own advantage. Because like there, he's
yeah.
cutting the web with his butter knife like he would be using a sword. And it would never truly learn to accept his thief nature.
Status, yeah. I guess it wasn't about that. It was about accepting
Log
Mike
off,
for who
Mike.
he is, I think.
But I almost
But
think
it's true.
doing that would almost in turn be being able to admit that he doesn't have to be the hero.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's
Carrots.
it's a different but equally good episode.
Glitch.
Yeah.
So it's the thing. Like, it's kind of too much to put in one episode, but I sort of feel like I would have
Sure,
enjoyed if it had been that
Captain
episode too.
Yeah.
About Bob not being a hero.
Well, or like accepting that being part of the team is taking on that part.
He slices.
But I mean, maybe
Yeah.
he does, and I don't remember. But I
mean, that could be.
don't think he does.
I love everyone reacting to the slicing the carrot like it's like
Oh
real
no!
carnage.
We didn't get a chance to hear the riddle for this level.
Oh, sure. That solved all our problems last time.
If we could figure out those riddles, it would probably make it a lot easier for us.
It's such a Bob and Dot fight too.
You two grow
So in character. And it feels very real to playing an adventure game because every time you do, there is always that riddle you didn't pay attention to.
That's right.
And I love you don't have to see it resolved.
I know.
You can just dig it out of it.
figure it
You just
out.
press it, yeah.
I love this Jello thing.
Like early water effects.
Stay frosty.
Another really well-timed gag.
Watch and learn.
This is kind of one of the only things Enzo specifically gets to do in this, isn't it?
He doesn't he? Oh no, you're right. Yeah, this is
I
kind of.
mean, in the climax, I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
kind of useful, but like up till this point, that's really
there's not much that they show him doing.
There's part of the team. Again, another one we don't have to see resolved. It's just-
What level is it?
And they're flying on a banana.
Level 65.
Yeah, it's just so
You don't
And where it came from,
and the
it doesn't
user's
matter.
group is already there. Look out!
I do remember with this episode just thinking about how, like, this is where you realize just how long we spend in some of those games. Like, that's
just
for
rude.
days.
Yeah. I guess game time. Well, I mean, we know game time works differently. It moves faster.
Yeah, that's right.
So they come out and
Trash
it's
the head.
not nearly as long ago. Or as long as Makes no sense.
It doesn't have to.
Did you miss me?
Always, Bob.
Maybe that's how he did his thief status. It's like being sneaky.
Yeah, that's true. He got to like rogue his way through that.
That's right. I'll pretend
This
that
is
that
it,
was his
guys.
resolution.
Finally, we made it.
That victory song gets stuck in my head on a regular basis.
Oh, really?
I like mentally, like internally sing that to myself all the time, especially when I like succeed at something. And I always forget where it comes from. I don't realize I'm singing Mike, but
Dot!
I do remember loving this guy.
yeah,
Like, he looks so dorky, but he's
But,
so
like,
scary.
legitimately threatening. And the idea of something that fights you with your shadow.
Yeah. What can you
It's a
do?
cool concept.
Come on, Mike.
I was like, right, Enzo, just sit there.
I know. He's like, I never liked her.
I guess he is much littler than Dot at this point.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't want him to get too close
Yeah.
to the edge. Sure. That's what
My
his
nose
excuse
injured,
is.
partially erased.
You have no legal rights. Call Sibeli, Shoemaker, and Edwards.
We won't be undersued.
We're done for.
All right, Mike.
I don't believe it. He's a genius.
Of course, the light. Mike, where in the world would you get a crazy idea like that?
Tonight, Dr. Goldsmith versus the Shadow Monsters Part 4.
Only on BMMN.
The Bad Monster Movie Network. I like that.
Did he just? I never quite understood that. I like that.
Good job, Mike.
I wonder if
think
that was
we
an
all
ad
owe you
lib.
a big apology.
Oh, I wonder. You gotta wonder, like, yeah, how much.
They could like goof off with this, especially Mike. I would say if there was any character who got to ad-lib in the studio, it was probably. Wait, who was Mike again?
Let's give him some credit.
This guy's really starting to bother me.
Of course, Michael Donovan again.
Oh,
Michael
right.
Donovan.
That's
Mike the
not
TV.
all. Act now, or be plunged
It's amazing.
into
And
eternal
he's quite talented to be able to change his voice that much.
So much after he is also Fawn, Cecil, Al, Mr. Christopher, and Lieutenant Chauncey when he becomes more prominent.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Come on, we
But again,
can
being a
figure
voice
this out.
actor, like we said,
That's
there's
what
no
you
range.
want.
One job, that's
Yeah,
the key.
you're not gonna get
Sound
hired.
different.
Yeah.
One in
I mean, there's a
all.
couple of voice actors that
That's
have
the
the
key.
cachet, which blew me away how much bigger Bob's hand was than everyone else's. He has really oversized hands. Yeah, some voice actors have a cachet of like a certain kind of voice.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, like
The challenge.
oh, what's her face? Lisa Simpson.
Yes.
That's her voice, but
Yes.
she's made a
So
cachet
true.
out of just that voice. But for the most part, being a working voice actor is about being able to change it up.
We're in trouble, aren't we?
Big time. Go for the chalice!
They do a pretty good job with Zombie Them.
Yes.
Zombie Thems are pretty, they're creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah.
That'd be hard, like, to face yourself. He can hold his sword.
Just run, Mike, just run. Okay, Mike doesn't have his sword. He couldn't carry it. That's right, yeah, I forgot. Right at the beginning of the episode.
Well, now we know who the real wizard is. Wow, she's good.
I can, that image is so nostalgic.
Yeah. Stuck in your mind. Also very early 90s colors in it, too.
Did he just kill him?
I know, like he's cracking his neck.
He's like, oh, that feels
There's
great.
repeated evidence in the show that Bob is actually pretty stone
That's easy
cold.
for you.
Yeah, like, got some real violent tendencies. You wouldn't believe the things I've seen in the academy.
Back in the supercomputer.
The Love Hospital.
Your prescription for romance.
I remember being a little kid and like liking a soap opera was like the most embarrassing thing possible.
Yes, exactly.
It goes back so much to that.
That's
Soap
why that
operas
joke
barely exist
landed.
anymore. Very satisfying kick.
That is.
Speaking of good audio.
Useless Enzo. Can't take care of himself.
Can't take care of anybody else.
Just love how they can't have arrow tips on their
I know.
Even zombie demon.
I know. It's like a dual layer of leave my little brother alone and my little brother's being a twerp.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Like,
Everything
yes,
you've
equal
ever
play with
wanted to
both of
do
them.
to who Enzo.
Don't touch that dial. You're tuned to the commercial channel. All commercials, all the time.
An eternity of useless products to rot your skeevy little mind forever.
The only thing I remember being unsatisfied by that is just like he just used that joke.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I only just realized that now.
Oh, really?
I was just like, wait a minute, that's basically the same tactic. But
Totally the same. I mean, it's like thanks for being useful, but still, like
yeah, true. You'd think that with how creative these guys were, they could have
come up with just anything
else,
different. Yeah.
Bob, forget them. We have to do it together.
Wouldn't that be such a cheat?
Yeah,
Have it blow you away and
exactly.
somebody else
Just
is able to
wait
come
for someone
snatch it.
else. Yeah.
Game over.
Also, such a show made by Canadians for him to hold it up exactly like the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
And again, those silent reaction shots. Like, every so often you're like, no, you needed something, you guys.
Yeah.
But that was a fun zip through mainframe shot.
I
was
like
really
that.
cool.
And then it's like they're there. So time is
see,
fast.
the secret to the whole game.
Yeah, that was a
to
really good
act as a
transition. I never
team.
fully
We
appreciated
should
that
have been
transition
looking out
before, but it was
for
really
one
nicely
another,
done.
the way you were.
Yeah,
Bob
Mike.
gets a scolding.
We feel really bad about the way we treated you, and well,
feel bad about how
that's
we
right.
We're
treated you.
sorry.
Thank you. Oh, stop. You're too kind.
I'd like to thank the Academy, my agent,
But most of all, people like you, my adoring fans.
He's silly. He's kooky. He's really valuable in a dungeon-like adventure game.
He's everybody's favorite appliance, Mike the TV!
Mike, you know we love
I
you, right?
really distinctly remember zooming in on all
And
the
you'd
individual
like to live
faces.
long
Yeah.
enough to see another season, right?
Mike's
Then give us a commercial break, would ya?
Thanks. Don't you just wish you had friends who
Dakota.
you could just say, hey,
You know what?
you're really annoying. Could you just stop?
Like, we like you, and you just saved our lives, but just for a second.
go
We just
away.
need to-
Or just take a nap. We'll
Yeah.
just continue to have fun without
This
you.
is just like what you do with children.
Take a nap. You're getting very annoying.
Yeah. I was going to say something else about the ending, but just that. Yeah, again, you can see how that episode appeals to kids so much because there's so little, establishing, setup, and then there's just a tiny little bit of denouement at the end. And the rest of it is just action. It's just stuff happening.
exactly.
And it's fun and exciting.
That felt
and
so fast. I mean, the episodes are pretty fast anyway,
Yeah.
but it was quick. It's just thing to thing to thing, and it's just fun and silly, and yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good episode.
just a great time. That one is it's just always fun to watch. And even now, mind you, I'm not really tired of ReBoot in general, but for as many times as I've seen that episode, which is probably over 20, I'm just still
Totally
it's
fun.
fun to watch.
Let's watch again.
Yeah, really. I actually always feel like I could go back and watch all these episodes again after we do these episodes.
It's true.
But then I end up watching them through a bunch of times that I'm going back and, adding our audio onto the show's audio and adjusting everything. So, but anyway, any last thoughts on Wizards Warriors and a word from our sponsor?
Keep up the good work, creators.
Yeah.
ReBoot folk.
Good job.
Just kidding. I mean, obviously they're not doing anymore.
No.
There's no more ReBoot. That's all.
That's
it.
all there is. So until next time, everybody, this has been the ReBoot Review. I'm Katie. Wait. Of all the obvious things to have gotten wrong, that's Katie. What?
I am Katie.
I'm Robin, and I'm always thinking 2 steps ahead on this, which is why I might occasionally take Katie's part away from her.
That's okay. I'm tired. You can have mine too.
All right. I'm Robin. That's Katie. This is the ReBoot Review. Stay frosty.
Abracam whatchamacadabra call it. I got it.